So let's talk about it. The real reason you don't feel good enough. Most people think self worth is about failure. It's not, it's about where it started. You don't feel good enough because somewhere along the way, someone or something convinced you that you weren't good enough. Plus, you can unlearn that. And today, we're going to talk about how. Hi, my friend. I'm Kimberly, and I'm so glad you clicked on this video today. If you have ever looked around and thought to yourself, why does everyone else seem so confident while I feel like I'm constantly second guessing myself? Well, you're not alone, and you're definitely not broken. That feeling of low self worth, it didn't start with you. It started in the moments you were made to feel small, unworthy, or just plain invisible. Well, today in this video, we're diving into the real reason you don't feel good enough. And I'm going to walk you through some powerful truths to help you start healing your self esteem, your confidence, and your self love. The inner critic is not your voice. You know, that little voice that says, you're not trying hard enough, or they're going to see right through you. Well, that's not your truth. That's your inner critic. And it's been lying to you. Your inner critic is that harsh, judgmental voice inside that makes you feel like you're never quite measuring up. It tells you you're lazy, that you'll never succeed, that no one really likes you. And because it's in your head, you assume it's just the truth. But here's the thing, it's not your authentic voice, the voice of internalized criticism, often from childhood, often from pain, and often from people who didn't know how to love you the way you needed to be loved. That inner critic born as a defense mechanism. If you were constantly corrected, dismissed, or shamed growing up, or in any formative experience, your mind created a narrative that said, maybe if I criticize myself first, I won't get hurt again. That may have helped you survive emotionally back then. But now, it's keeping you stuck in self-doubt and silence. Once you start recognizing that voice for what it is, just a pattern, not your identity, you can stop letting it control your life. So next time your inner critic speaks up, mm, you could give it a toss across the room. You could choose to listen to a new voice, the one that says, I am growing, I'm learning, and I am more than enough, even right now. That shift, that's where your healing, your self esteem really begins. Low self worth often comes from unseen trauma. If you're feeling unworthy and can't figure out why, look at what happened to you, not what's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. We tend to think trauma only means extreme experiences, but trauma can be much more subtle. It's not just what happened, it's also what didn't happen. Were your emotions ignored? Did you have to earn love through achievement or perfection? Were you criticized more than you were celebrated? That creates emotional wounds, and those wounds shape your sense of self worth. Unseen trauma is tricky. It hides in the way we hustle for approval, in the way we people please, in the way we stay quiet when we have something important to say. And the most painful part, we internalize these responses as who we are rather than what happened to us. Understanding this is absolutely key because once you see the root cause, you stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking, I'm just not good enough, and start understanding. Okay, this belief came from pain, not the truth. You may not have had control over your early environment, but you do have control over what you believe today. Trauma recovery isn't about reliving the past. It's about rewriting your future. One choice, self-love at a time. Emotional triggers are messengers, not enemies. If you've ever been called too sensitive, this one's for you because what they called weakness is actually your wisdom. Emotional triggers are reactions that feel bigger than the situation caused them. Someone interrupts you, you shut down. A friend forgets to text back, you feel offended. You get feedback at work, feel like a failure. These aren't random. They're reminders, old wounds. They're your nervous system saying, this feels just like the time I got hurt. Instead of seeing triggers as flaws, start seeing them as flashlights. And they shine a light on where you need healing. You don't have to act on every trigger, but you can learn from them. Ask, what emotion came up for me? When have I felt like this before? What do I need to do right now? This self-inquiry builds emotional resilience. Over time, you'll feel more grounded, even in challenging situations. You are definitely not too much. Your feelings are not a burden. They are clues. And by following them, you'll begin to untangle the web of self-doubt and build a more authentic relationship with yourself. Confidence doesn't come from achievement, it comes from acceptance. You do not need more wins. You need more grace because true confidence is rooted in self-acceptance, not perfection. We're often told, be better, do more than you feel good about yourself. But how many goals have you hit only to still feel like that still wasn't enough? That's because external achievements can't heal internal wounds. You build real lasting confidence by accepting all of who you are, not just the highlight reel. That means showing up even when you're anxious, resting without guilt, saying no without over explaining. Self love is a verb, and when you practice it, even in the messy moments, you teach yourself, I am worthy now, not when I've hit that goal, not when I fix everything. I'm telling you, right now, you're worthy right now. That's the foundation for real mental health. It transforms everything, your relationships, your energy, your joy. Confidence isn't something you earn. It's something you must allow. You are already worthy. You just have to stop abandoning yourself long enough to believe it. So, what does all this mean? Well, you don't feel good enough because someone convinced you that you weren't. But now you know the truth. Your low self worth came from being, not from who you are. And every time you choose curiosity over criticism, every time you respond with compassion instead of shame, you reclaim your power. And you can heal this one step, one choice, one loving moment at a time. If this video speaks to you, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me what's the one belief about yourself you're ready to let go of. Let's talk about it. You really are not alone. And if you want more support on this journey of healing and rebuilding your self-esteem, your confidence, your self-love, make sure to like and subscribe so that we can walk through this path together. Because healing is hard, but it's easier when you don't have to do it alone. And I'll be right here cheering you on. You are enough. Remember that. Exactly as you are. You are enough. So do go find your joy, and I'll see you in my next video.